Hey YouTube, Geminijets 2000 here, coming at you with new fictional airport updates. This one, a lot of new models, as usual, kind of. And yeah, we'll just get into it. The time for this is 3:30 p.m. Just typical kind of winter afternoon. So this is the winter schedule. A little information about this fictional airport, if you don't know. It's just fictional city, for a fictional airport. I'm saying kind of greater South Carolina, so kind of somewhere, between like Greenville, Spartanburg, and Columbia, or Charlotte and Greenville, sort of around those areas, but kind of South Carolina, kind of in between Charlotte and Atlanta. But this is a major hub for United, as in real life, they don't really have a hub in that, in this area, as the nearest ones would be Houston down in Texas and Washington Dulles up in Virginia. And then we got a small hub, up and coming hub for United. I mean, not United, but American here, trying to kind of take some of the competition from United. So yeah, once again, the winter schedule. So still got a lot of heavies, but a lot of them are doing like domestic stuff with United, as that's kind of the way it is in real life and everything. But I'm gonna get into this video, as there's a lot of stuff to cover. Lots of models and everything. We'll start off Terminal 1 here, the big main area here. With United. We got an Airbus A319 there for United. And he came in from Key West and is going to be heading to Sacramento. And again, with the time period for this bank and everything. So this being 3:30 p.m. This is like an arrival bank. So most of all the United models, they all just had they all just came in between basically like 3 and 4. And so like some early and stuff, and then they depart around 5. So there's not a ton of United departures, but basically everything's at the gates and all the people are connecting and everything. And yeah, next gate we got United 787-9 Dreamliner, and he just arrived in from Seoul Incheon, and will be heading up to London Heathrow in 2 hours. A United Airbus A319 right here. Another one gonna in from Miami, and it's gonna be heading out to Dayton, Ohio. Empty medium gate here. We got the United 787-10 Dreamliner, and he is in from Frankfurt, just pulling into the gate, and he will be heading to Brussels in about 2 hours. And then next to it here, we're just pushing out of the gate. We have a 777-300ER for United. And he is pushing out for Tel Aviv. He's running a little late. That's a 2:30 departure. And he arrived in from San Francisco, doing one of those domestic turns. Then right here, next to him, we got a United 777-300ER, another one. He's just sitting at the gate. He arrived in from Frankfurt 3 hours ago, 12:40 arrival. Just that's the 2 flights United does. They're 3 hours apart. So that's the afternoon one, that's the morning one. And he will be heading out to, he goes to Sao Paulo at 11:50 p.m. tonight. So that kind of shows you, this is the kind of the way it is too in real life. The airlines, they have an excess of heavies, during the winter season. So some of them will, sit on the ground for a long time. Like on my schedule and stuff, the United heavies, this one during the summer, it would go out and do some Europe thing. But that's just like summer seasonal. So, instead it's just sitting here for a while. Right here though, beautiful model. We got an Egypt Air 787-9, gonna be heading up to Cairo. We got the Starlines 777-200ER for United, beautiful model by NG. It is gonna be heading out to Dublin, Ireland, 4:50 departure, and arrived in from Taipei about 45 minutes ago. Right here, a model I haven't had an update in a little while. But I figured I'll throw it in here while they're still flying. But we got the Lufthansa A340-600 going out to Munich and arriving from Munich. We got a United 737-800 Continental Globe livery. He's going to be heading out to Hartford, Connecticut, and arriving in from Havana. We got the Swiss 777-300ER here doing the Zurich turn. We got the ANA 777-300 going to be heading out to Tokyo, Haneda soon. Then at the gate, doing a winter seasonal route. It's in the middle of a long turn, but we have a United 787-10 Dreamliner. I'll get from this side. And he's in from Honolulu, that's winter seasonal. Arrived in at 1:25 p.m., so about 2 hours ago, and we'll be actually heading back to Honolulu at 5 p.m., so in an hour and a half. A little bit of a long turn, but just once again, not as much Europe flights during the winter season, so filling the routes of other stuff. Right here, we've got a 7879 for United, and he is in from Lagos, Nigeria. We'll be heading into Johannesburg, South Africa at 9:20 p.m., so about 6 hours. Right here, we got a 737-900ER for United in from Providence, Cialis, Turks and Caicos. Be heading out to West Palm Beach down in Florida. Right here's a United 737 MAX 8, and he is in from Oklahoma City. We'll be heading out to Portland, PDX. Right here's another 737-900ER for United in from Kansas City. We'll be heading out to San Diego. Just pulling into the gate, we got another 900ER. This is the Continental Retro livery. And he is just arriving in from Belize City, Belize, and we'll be heading out to San Francisco a little bit. And then right here is a 737-800 for United, and he is in from Rotan, Honduras. We'll be heading out to Detroit. Right here's an A320 Stars and Bars Retro livery. He's in from Des Moines, Iowa, and we'll be heading out to San Jose, California. I'll get these regionals here. This here is kind of tight, but we got a few regionals here. Tight alleyway here. We got two CRJ200s here. One on the top of the screen there is going to be heading out to Jackson, Mississippi. Came in from Evansville. And the one on the bottom here is in from Charleston, West Virginia. And we'll be heading out to Tallahassee, Florida. Just pulling into the gate here, we got an E175. And he's coming in from Memphis, and we'll be heading out to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Right here's a 737-700 for United, and he is in from St. Thomas, and we'll be heading out to Orange County, California. Right here's another CRJ200. He's in from Appleton, Wisconsin, and we'll be heading out to Charlottesville, Virginia. And right here we got a 737-800 Star Wars livery, and he is in from Cozumel, and we'll be heading up to Cleveland. Empty gate here. 777-200ER, just getting the last bags loaded in the bulk bin, and he is heading out to domestic service to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and he arrived in from London Heathrow about an hour 45 minutes ago. Then right here we got the 767-400ER, going to be heading out to Milan in 2 hours, and he just arrived in the gate about 30 minutes ago in from Zurich, Switzerland. Right here we got a 757-200 for United. He's heading out to, he's got a long turn, heads out to Phoenix at 8:15 p.m. and arrived in from Seattle about an hour ago. Right here's 737-700 United in from Meridian, Mexico, or Meridia, or however you say it. MID is the airport code, and we'll be heading out to Atlanta. And then right here is a CRJ550 in from Panama City, Florida. We'll be heading out to Madison, Wisconsin. We got an E170 here in from Huntsville, Alabama. We'll be heading out to Rapid City, South Dakota. Up here, we'll just get the Terminal 3 here, which is the rest of the United terminal. And yeah, down at the end here, we got a 737-800 Starlines livery in from Albany, New York, heading to Indianapolis. A320 in from Birmingham, Alabama, heading out to Milwaukee. 737 MAX 8 in from Grand Rapids, heading to Dallas, Fort Worth. That's the employee livery. And then right here is 739 in from Antigua. We'll be heading out to Austin, Texas. 753 in from Houston, Intercontinental. We'll be heading out to Denver. E175 in from Manchester, New Hampshire. We'll be heading out to Bentonville, Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. CRJ700 here. The SkyWest ones normally operate for American, but there's a few of them in there operating for United. But yeah, he's in from Burlington or Vermont. We'll be heading out to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right here is a 739 for United in from San Antonio. We'll be heading out to Las Vegas. MAX 9 in from New Orleans, gonna be heading down to Savannah, Georgia. 737-800 in from Little Rock, Arkansas, heading out to Salt Lake City. 737-900ER in from Tampa, Florida, heading out to LAX. A320 in from Cincinnati, we'll be heading out to Little Rock. And then just pulling into the gate here, we got a 739 in from Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and we'll be heading out to Seattle, Tacoma a little bit. And then beautiful lineup here, a few 757s. First off, Evo Blue 757. He's in from Fort Lauderdale. We'll be heading up to Manchester, England at 7:10 p.m. And right here's 757. New York, New York, or whatever it's called. Her here, New York. He arrived in from San Diego, and we'll be heading out to Casablanca, also at 7:10. Right here is 757-200, the California one, and he's in from Nice, France, and we'll be heading out to Madrid at 7:15. Once again, these 757s just kind of showing how this is the off season for the international flying. As during the summer and stuff, they wouldn't be doing domestic stuff. They'd all just be doing international turns and stuff. So then down at the end here, we got the 777-200. He is in from Las Vegas. We'll be heading down to Orlando. Next off here, we got this terminal and the other side. So this terminal is kind of the other international slash kind of low cost, whatever doesn't fit in the other terminals. Along with international. But right here we got the Royal Jordanian 787-8 in from Amman, Jordan, heading back there. Brussels Airlines A330-300 heading back to Brussels. Where else? Belgium. And then Sun Country 737-800 doing a Minneapolis turn. Volaris A320 Guadalajara. We got Eurowings A330 just pulling in the gate from Dusseldorf. And then Breeze Airways A220-300. And he is in from Tampa, Florida. We'll be heading out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we got a JetBlue A320 next door. And he's in from Fort Lauderdale, and we'll be heading out to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Edelweiss A340-600, beautiful or A340-300, beautiful model. Doing the Zurich flight. A lot of Zurich flights, I realized in this update. I don't know if this is the high time for Switzerland, because it's, you got the Alps and it's all, people go skiing and stuff, so that's why I'm kind of saying there's a lot of Zurich flights. But I know the rest of Europe is the low time. But yeah, right here is an Air Canada E220-300, and he's in from, what do I have for him? He's doing Vancouver. In from Vancouver, heading back to Vancouver. Then right here's the JetBlue A320neo, A321neo. And he is in from San Juan. We'll be heading up to JFK. We've got a Qatar 777-300ER in from Doha, heading back there in a little while. Virgin Atlantic A350-1000 in from London Heathrow. We'll be heading back. Empty gate. And a JetBlue A321, just a regular one. Sharklets, mint tail, or prism, whatever they call it. And it is in from JFK. We'll be heading out to Los Angeles, LAX. Next terminal here, this is just kind of low cost down at the end, plus Delta and Overflow for United, American, whatsoever. But yeah, right here we got an Air Canada 787-9 Dreamliner, and he is heading up to Toronto, Canada. Came in from there. And we got a WestJet 737 MAX 8, and he's in from Calgary. We'll be heading back. First with the Americans, these are just the overflow gates, but we got a 737-800 here. He's in from Fort Lauderdale. We'll be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Then we got an A320, which is in from Nassau in the Bahamas. We'll be heading up to Philadelphia. American, they operate a small hub here, trying to kind of compete with United. I'll talk a little more of that when I get to American Terminal. But next down the line, we got an Aer Lingus A330 in from Dublin. He's parked over here in the domestic terminal since they have customs pre-clearance there in Ireland. They also do in Nassau, so that's why he can land in this domestic terminal. And of course, Canada, also customs pre-clearance. So this is just domestic stuff or US pre-clearance. But then we got United 737-900ER, and he's in from Wichita, Kansas, heading down to Tampa. Spirit A320 in from Dallas Fort Worth. We'll be heading to Orlando. And United 739 in from Omaha. We'll be heading down to Fort Lauderdale. And then Air Canada A321 pulling into the gate in from Montreal. We'll be heading back there. Then we got a Spirit A321 there. Get the focus. There we go. Spirit A321 in from Baltimore. We'll be heading down to Fort Lauderdale as well. At the end here, we got Southwest, and there's a look at the runway and the lights I put on. Pretty cool. Yeah, down here we got a Southwest 737 800, and he's heading out to Houston Hobby. Came in from Nashville. We got a 737 700 here, old colors, heading out to Denver. Came in from Chicago Midway. Empty gate here. This guy's pulling in, Florida one. He's arriving in from St. Louis. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. He's arriving in from Orlando and we'll be heading out to Atlanta in like 45 minutes. Right here we got this beautiful one, Illinois one, 737 800, heading out to Baltimore. I came in from Phoenix. I've got Allegiant A320 here, in from Grand Rapids, heading out to Sarasota. Delta using a common use gate here. We got CRJ 900 operated by Endeavor. He's gonna be heading out to JFK and came in from Raleigh, Durham. Just pushing out here, kind of waiting for these guys to pass. We got a Frontier A320 pushing out for, or A320 Neo for Philadelphia, arrived in from Tampa. Empty gate here. Then actually United will take one of these gates, most likely. Yeah, we'll need one of these. And right here is Frontier A321, and he's coming in from, he's in from Denver and will be heading out to Orlando. Right here is a Southwest 737 700 pushing out for Las Vegas and arrived in from Fort Lauderdale earlier. Right here's Alaska 737 900 ER, no delivery, in from Portland, but heading out to Seattle. And a Delta 737 900 ER in from Minneapolis, heading back. A321 Neo, arriving in from Salt Lake City. We'll be heading out to Seattle in about an hour. Empty gate here. And then a 737 800 Starline, or Sky Team. And he is in from Detroit, heading back. And an A320 300 in from Boston, heading out to LaGuardia. For the alley here, a couple of United inbounds. Got a 737 MAX 8 here. He's arriving in from, he's coming in from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we'll be heading out to Baltimore. He's gonna take that Southwest gate there. Southwest and a common use gate, compared to their gates are at the end. So once he's pushed out, he'll pull in this A319 here, which is in from Rochester. We'll be heading to Myrtle Beach in like an hour and a half. I will pull in the gate D8 there, where that fire truck thing is. Over to the line here for takeoff, we got a Spirit A320 Neo, and he is heading out to Vegas and from Newark. A United 767 300 ER heading out to Guayaquil, Ecuador. It's about an hour late. That's a 2:30 departure. He arrived in from Lisbon at 12:30, Lisbon, Portugal. Delta 757 200 here, taxiing out for Atlanta. And United 787-8 Dreamliner, heading out to Chicago O'Hare. 3:10 departure, and he arrived in from Berlin at 1:20. Over the runway here, we got United 777 300 ER, and he is arriving in from, where is it? He's coming from Tokyo, Narita, quite early. That's a 4:30 arrival. It's about an hour early. That's actually kind of realistic. These flights, especially from Asia going eastbound, they can land like really early just because of the tailwinds and everything if they get out on time. So yeah, he's coming from Tokyo, Narita, and we'll be heading out to Frankfurt at 6:30 p.m. Pretty cool looking down the runway there. And on the runway, we got Southwest 737 700 heading out to Atlanta. No, he's heading out to Dallas Love and came in from St. Louis about an hour ago. Now, don't worry, we're almost done. Just got to get the American terminal here, these hard stands and stuff. But taxiing out, we got an A321 with sharklets. He's heading out to Dallas Fort Worth and riding in from Miami, doing some hub dubs. And right here is a CRJ 900 operated by PSA. He's heading out to Washington National DCA, and he arrived in from Charleston 45 minutes ago. Over here at the American Terminal, as I was saying, it's kind of like a small kind of mini hub. Not a ton of destinations on mainline American. As you can see, they don't have a ton of gates. But regional's kind of filling up a lot of stuff, just trying to pick up where United can't do it, to just pick up extra market share and stuff. Where you got for like Caribbean inbounds to connecting to just like cities that American only serves, especially in the South and around this area. And in real life, there's a lot of cities that just American serves, that even Delta doesn't serve, but like United really does kind of lack in the South here. So that's the idea between having a United up here, but American's just trying to capitalize on their lack of service. But before American, we got Frontier A320 here. He's in from Atlanta. We'll be heading out to Miami. And we got a CRJ 700. This would be PSA. The model is SkyWest, but I'm saying it's PSA. And he's in from Melbourne, Florida. We'll be heading out to Norfolk, Virginia. He's going to take the gate where Jet Sui X is pushing out of. Down there, taxing in British Airways 787-8 Dreamliner in from London Heathrow. That's the first flight of the day. And he'll be heading back there in like 2 hours. Still got to find a gate for him. I think he's going to end up going down at the terminal over there, just because American terminal is full. And with American here, we'll start off at the top here. Got an A321 Sharklets in from San Juan. We'll be heading out to LAX. 737-800 retro delivery, Carm Retro, and from Tampa, heading to Boston. This kind of mini bank for American, its arrivals kind of from southbound, so like Florida and the Caribbean, and then the departing kind of north and northwest bound, so like West Coast, middle of America and stuff. Then right here we got a couple 787-8 Dreamliners, some new models, absolutely beautiful. First one here is in from London Heathrow, and we'll be heading up to Phoenix Sky Harbor. And the second one is in from Los Angeles, and we'll be heading down to Miami. And just doing some domestic stuff, because once again, same with American, this is the low time for all the heavy, so they tend to do domestic stuff. Usually to warm weather places. Then right here is a Max 8 for American in from Fort Myers, and we'll be heading to Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, actually that's right. Right here, Alaska 737-900ER in from Seattle, heading to Portland. And American A321neo in from Las Vegas, heading to San Francisco. A new model, Finnair A350 in from Helsinki, we'll be heading back. We got the other retro delivery, 737-800, the Astrojet. He's in from Montego Bay, we'll be heading out to Charlotte. Empty gate here, where the A321 into Dallas is went out of. Thing won't focus. There it goes. But we got a Max, 737 Max here coming in from Punta Cana, and he'll be heading out to San Diego. And then right here we got another A321 with the Sharklets, and he's in from Orlando, and we'll be heading out to Las Vegas, and then into the regional terminal. Looks like a fun place, doesn't it? A couple E145s here. These ones would be operated by Piedmont. First one's in from Gainesville, Florida. We're heading out to Tri-Cities, Tennessee. We got in from Tallahassee, heading to Greensboro, North Carolina. We got an Envoy operated E170 here. And he's in from Wilmington, North Carolina, heading to Knoxville. Another CR9 from PSA, in from Jacksonville, heading to Raleigh. E175 operated by Envoy, in from Key West, heading to Nashville. Another 145 in from okay, I messed up some of these ones first. Looked at the wrong line. So this first one here is in from Columbia, and we'll be heading out to New Bern, North Carolina. This one's in from Augusta, heading to Fayetteville. This one's in from Wilmington, heading to Knoxville. This one's Jacksonville, heading to Raleigh. This one's Key West, heading to Nashville. And then this one is in from Gainesville, Florida, heading to Tri-Cities. And then we got CRJ 700 in from Tallahassee, heading to Greensboro. If you notice, I said some of those already. I read the wrong lines. Pushed out a gate here, Jet Sui X in from Miami, heading to Dallas Love. And then right here is a E175 for American in from Savannah, Georgia, heading to Pittsburgh. Then we got E170. This is would be Republic, and he's heading out to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and came in from Pensacola. Marching here, we got American A319 Sharklets. He came in from Eagle, Colorado, like 1 p.m. so like 2 hours ago. They had to tow him off to get gates for this little mini bank. Then he'll be heading in like a couple hours. He'll be just heading to. Gotta think of this configuration of the Sharklets on the A319. These are their kind of high performance ones. So these do the high altitude airports and stuff. So I haven't thought of if I actually didn't give a route for this one, but in like real life they send these to like South America and like Colombia where it's high elevation, along with that's like those ones in Colorado and stuff. So I'll say he's gonna head out to Bogota, Colombia, but at like 9 p.m. So that's why he's just in the hard stand here. I've got a Caribbean Airways 737, also to hard stand. He'll be heading out to Grand Cayman later. Latam 767-300ER, heading to Sao Paulo later. Prime Air 737-800, operated by, we'll say Sun Country. They're doing some of these now. And he's in from, where did I say? Cincinnati, heading to Baltimore. FedEx in from Memphis, heading to Newark. And DHL in from JFK, we'll be heading to Caracas, Venezuela. Then right here is the China Airlines cargo 777-200 freighter, LR, or just 200 freighter. And he's in from Anchorage and we're heading to Miami. Last couple planes, yeah, we're almost done. Just the FedEx here, the cargos. We've got a 752 here in from Chicago Rockford, heading down to Miami International. 763 here is going to be heading out to Quito, Ecuador, and arrived in from Louisville. 763 again heading out to Campinas, Brazil, and he arrived in from I only wrote down a few of these, just those the weird ones. And I'll say he came from Colgan, or Cologne, Germany. Yeah, that's it. Then right here is a 747 freighter, and he's heading out to Anchorage. He arrived in from Louisville, Kentucky. That's gonna do it for the update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched the whole thing, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Try to make these kind of like realistic for like a fictional airport. And you know, the way stuff's done kind of in real life, if this was a real airport. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I hope you liked everything. Gonna try to continue and get more improvements done to the terminals. Like if you notice, I painted some of these blocks. I don't have any more actual really wood colored pieces anymore. Except for that. But yeah, like this over here, I think it looks a little better. I need to touch up now because my tape job didn't do very well in those windows. But anyways, stuff's looking pretty good. Future plans for the airport and everything. Just keeping models, collecting stuff. I would love to continue making more. I did a Newark update like a few weeks ago, do more updates like that of real airports. But it's hard to make it kind of realistic because I like making the actual terminal, but I don't have like a map for that, you know. So, but yeah, if you don't know, I'm like an airline pilot. I fly the E-145 around. I get to see kind of how stuff works and stuff. So that's cool, and the whole airline industry and everything. If you want to kind of see kind of airline pilot life stuff, you can follow me on Instagram, Geminijets_2000. Generally post when I fly places. Yeah, eventually I would like to actually build a new airport. I'll keep this one, but I'd like to build an even bigger one. I need to get a new room and a kind of different place, but eventually that's like kind of the long-term plans. And something that's kind of where I could somehow have like put in multiple different kind of mats in the middle to make different airports and stuff. So that's kind of the eventual plan. But for now, just doing this sounds fun. So yeah, I hope you all liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Again, you can follow me on Instagram, Geminijets_2000. I think I got everything for once. I usually forget at least one. If I did, I'll find out as soon as I end this video. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram, Geminijets_2000. And thank you for watching.